Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome to my Fiesta Online video. Today we're going to be starting out by going over the character creation, just going over some details, what you should pick for your class, and everything like that. Gonna make it quick video as much as I can here, so let's get started. Izu is one of the more popular servers, that's for sure, so that's what we'll be going with here. You can see this is your menu here. You can go previous, delete, create, and enter the game once you have a character, of course. So, jumping right in here, you have your, I have to recount, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have your 6 classes. When you first start out, you can only pick the first 5. Crusader will be unlocked at level 60. It's a great class. I recommend trying it out when you hit 60. So here we have our fighters. They use your sword and shields, or you can use axes. They also have two-handed weapons as well. Nobody really uses them unless you're just kind of showing off. After fighter, at level 20 you get a job promotion, and then level 60 you get another job promotion. Around, I think it's 100 I believe, you can switch to gladiator, which is just axe, or you can switch to knight, which is mostly like tank, sword, and shield. Personally, I am not a fan of damage dealing fighters because they just seem useless to me in comparison to mages, but they do have uses against bosses. Not my preference. None of the classes in Fiesta Online are gender locked, so you can easily go any gender that you want there for that. They've got a bunch of different customization options for your faces when you first start out. Gives you a nice little taste of the game there. Can't zoom in, or otherwise I'd do that for you guys. But let's go with this one. There's basic. No, that one. Brown eyes, that works out. Get a bunch of different haircuts as well there. I won't show them again on the other characters, but you can see them all here. And then you can also see that we have a variety of different color options as well, which is pretty unique. Back when I first started, like 8 years ago, there was only about 3 different hairstyles and 3 different colors. Yeah, let's go with that one for now. So, there we go. Let's see how that works. That's our fighter there for you. Next we're moving on to the Cleric. Cleric is a main support class, again male and female. Lots of different options there. The hair and everything's always going to be the same. Clerics use maces or hammers, and then you always get a shield in battle. I would highly recommend just always using the hammer for the most part, just because it does a lot more damage. You start as Cleric, again level 20, High Cleric, level 60, Paladin. Level 51 is where you're able to start, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it's 51. You're able to start giving buffs. So basically you increase people's HP and SP, so if you ever get somebody coming up to you, buff please, you just give them this buff, and it's really nice because it's huge help. Level 100, you go Holy Knight or Guardian. I believe Guardian's more... I'm not even going to go into detail because I can't remember crap. I just know Holy Knight gives the better buffs. But I've heard people really prefer Guardian. Can't remember why. Probably better party buffs or something. Definitely do more research if you're going to go be hitting 100. Next we have our Archer class. They're almost kind of more of a solo class in some aspects. You've got bows or crossbows. Most people use crossbows. Bows will just be a lot faster firing for you guys. Again, you start at Archer, go up to Hawk Archer at 20, and then Scout at 60. Then you've got your Sharpshooter and Ranger. They've got some different attributes. Again, definitely look them up before you go for it. Besides that, there's not much to the Archer. Again, female and male. I find it's probably the shortest female class, that's for sure. I guess I'll go over the female faces here for you guys. So again, bunch of different variations there. You've got your different hair as well. But, you know, look really nice. Got your pigtail, ponytail, pigtail, same thing, whatever. And then same color options as well there. Second lastly, we'll be moving on to the mage here. So again, both genders, of course. You have your different faces, everything like that's always going to be the same there. And with mage, they use staff for wants to fight. They've got they're all magical attacks, so you definitely want to be leveling up your magic. With that, mage 20, whiz mage 60, enchanter. I believe 60 is where you get your Frost Nova, which is a really good AoE. Which is just basically attacks all a bunch of enemies at once. Then you go up to Warlock or Wizard. People have lots of different preferences. Personally, mine's Wizard, but I've heard Warlock is just better in general for the different types of skills that you get. It's also going to change based on... Wizard is going to be using staffs, which generally do less damage. Warlock's going to be using wands, which will do more damage there for you guys. And you've got your Trickster. This is not really a newer class, but it wasn't released with the original 4. So honestly, I haven't used it too much. There's claws and dual swords. Claws just generally do more damage there. Dual swords, I personally have a preference for, just because it looks so much nicer. They're a lot more of a faster class, and then they use souls, which is basically like stack damage, like it says there. So you just stack on up to 9 souls, I believe, onto a character, onto an enemy, and it will, and then you use one of your skills that releases those 9 souls, and that just does a ton of damage. Until 60. I wouldn't say they're useless, but they're not really that great. And if I had to choose between a mage and a trickster, I would definitely go with the mage for more obvious reasons. Again, you've got both genders there, and in this picture they are using the dual swords. Crusader, I'm gonna have to upload a separate video there for that when I actually make one. But yeah, that's going to be the main classes there. If you're looking for PvP, I'd definitely go for more of a mage or of a fighter. The gladiator is probably one of the most OP people. Definitely Trickster would be good at some PvP as well there. Again, after 60. Yeah, that's going to be mostly it for character creation. If you're gonna go Cleric, honestly, if you're in a party, people just want heals. That is honestly it. I'll go where the face is here so that you guys can see them. A bit slower this time for everybody. The rest of the video is just going to be going over the faces and hair for all the characters. Well, for each gender at least. Which there's only 2 of. Into the male. Back 2008 when I started, this was like the most popular hairstyle because there were so few hairstyles out. Alright, so that's everything there for you guys today. Get started on the Trickster here. So you can see you start out in your normal clothes. You've got your eyeshadow on fleek. Besides that, that's going to be it for the video today. That's Fiesta Online character creation in January 2017. Stay tuned for more Fiesta Online videos, and I'm going to be leveling this Trickster as well, so subscribe and you can follow me on the series. Ta-ta for now!